This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Lowe's knows laundry day should be easy. Achieve maximum versatility with a dryer door that swings open either way, making load transfer from washer to dryer a breeze. Plus, with LG ThinQ, save time by controlling your washer remotely. Shop LG, America's most reliable line of home appliances, today at Lowe's. Based on independent reliability surveys 2021 to 2024 and select major appliances as compared to competing manufacturers offering full appliance lines. See associate for more details. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply. Valid 6/18 through 7/9.
What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
What's up, good people? BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
Back on the Bossman Show. Friend of the show we had one a few weeks ago. We talked about this possibility, and it's March, and he's here. The Wofford Terriers head coach Dwight Perry after winning the SoCon tournament in Asheville. Dwight, good to see you again, my brother. Life's good over there in Spartanburg. I know it is.
Life's great. Life's great, and I'm honestly glad to be back on again. You know, the show is obviously giving us good vibes and good energy, so we're going to keep this thing rolling. It was I know we talked about it last time of we felt like our team could, you know, go on a bit of a run and do some good things. And I'm really glad that it worked out that way because we've obviously had our ups and downs, but our guys have worked hard, and I couldn't be more excited that they get to partake in this opportunity, man.
And you said last time on the show, man, your team can still get better.
Yeah.
And you talked about putting in that work and just getting better one day at a time, and look at your team. They still got better, and it all paid off in Asheville, as we discussed last time he was on the show.
100%. And I mean, you know, we talked about it. It's hard. It's easy to fall into that kind of mode of thinking of, you know, you get towards the second half, the back half of the year, and kind of how you are as a player, how you are as a team. I think a lot of people can be resigned to the fact that's just what it's going to be. And a credit to our guys, as a coach, you can preach all these messages and have all these sayings and have all, the teachings you want. If your guys don't buy into it, then it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if you're right in that thinking and in that messaging or not. All that matters is if guys buy into it. And so, again, the credit goes to our guys for buying into that and staying with that message and putting in the work to keep getting better. And I think, again, we talked about it when the year started. No matter what, we want to be playing our best basketball in March in Asheville. And I think our guys did that. And we're seeing, obviously, in real time how that's paid off for us.
And Dwight, talk about this, man, how from you on down to the support staff to the managers, having guys buy into their role, whatever your role is. Your role will not be scoring or rebounding on the court. It's maybe film sessions, practice player, just being there to support. Talk about just that whole buy-in and having everybody sacrifice a little bit of themselves for the betterment of this team and look at the results of it now.
Man, that's huge. And you spoke on it. I think the first part is what you said. Like, everyone thinks head coach and players, and that's kind of everyone's focus. And the reality is there's so many people that go into a program and help contribute. Obviously you got to have great players. Not only a head coach, we have the best coaching staff in the league. Obviously I'm biased, but I think the proof's in the pudding. But on top of that, our support staff is incredible. Our strength and conditioning coach, our athletic trainer. In order to win a championship in Asheville, you guys have to play 3 games in 3 days with no days off. And our guys were in the best shape more than any team in the league. And our guys being able to recover after Saturday's game for Sunday's game, after Sunday's game for Monday's game. All the credit goes to our athletic trainer and our strength coach. And then you talked about like the managerial staff. I mean, those guys do so much behind the scenes. And obviously people will look at, whether it's laundry, whether it's gear, but I mean, they are on top of things, and our guys have so much respect for them because they make our whole program go. And it's like one of those jobs where you're doing your job if no one realizes what's going on, right? If nothing messes up, if things are going seamless, if there are no hiccups, that's when they're doing their job, in any profession, people in that role. And our guys hit it out the park. But when the game starts, they're just as energetic. They have as much energy and passion as guys on the court, and our guys feed off of it. And it's incredible. And, for us, I think it's big. I mean, we have leading scorers. The beauty of our team is I think we have a very balanced scoring attack. Like the fact that one of our seniors had a career high night in points in the championship game. He had never had 20 points before. And the championship, he had 20. And the game before, our leading scorer had 20. And the game before, our leading scorer had 10. And so I think when you have that type of, variety of scoring and versatility, but we have guys that are unwilling passers, guys that are willing to screen and rebound and defend. Essentially, we have a program full of people, not just players. We have a program full of people that don't care about the credit and just want to win. And when you have that, I think you can have a chance to do something special. And that's what we showed Monday night. And it was really great to see and be a part of it.
No doubt, man. Like I said, man, I told y'all, man, I was watching. I was in my main job watching you on my phone, man. So it's like it was very great to see. I watched Sunday's game against VMI as well. I was sitting at dinner watching you against VMI, seeing what you guys were doing there. So it's just like I just saw a team that was so focused and locked in, man. Like I could just watch it and tell, like it was on a mission. And, you had a tough game with ETSU, getting past that. Brooks done a heck of a job. So you played 3 tough opponents that, got you at your place in the season. And so I know you guys was very motivated to beat it because they came to your place and beat you. So the guys going to be locked in for that already. And then knowing the personnel already from the scout, I can just see your guys was like, we got this time. We got you where am I here in Asheville?
Yep. No, you're right. We lost a heartbreaker the last regular season game to Furman. I mean, basically hit a 3 at the buzzer. And we took Sunday off, and we took Sunday and Monday off, and then we got back to work Tuesday. And, you lose the last regular season game on senior night, right, at the buzzer. You're really mindful and worried about what the psyche of your guys are going to be. And when we got back to work, our guys were positive. They were upbeat. Like you just said, they were focused and they were on a mission. They were confident, but they were laser focused. And that was nothing that the coaches did. And when we saw that as a staff, we said, oh, yeah, it ain't no guarantee, but we said we got a chance. Like these guys already are thinking the right thing. And like you just said, we knew we had a tough test against ETSU. Brooks has done a great job with that group, but we felt like if we played our best basketball, no disrespect to any team, we felt like we were the best team in that tournament. And obviously it played out that way. And man, credit goes to the guys because they did a heck of a job.
And man, you got Kyler getting the MVP, man. I know I saw he got a lot of press for how he shoots his free throws, man, but he's a heck of a player. Beyond the free throw shoot, he's a heck of a player. And the impact he makes on defense, his screening, his rolling, his short rolls there, just how he makes defense have to really think about what they're doing, try to build their defense around his work, his activity, offensively and defensively.
Man, you're spot on. People will make a lot about his free throw technique, and that's cool. Like I get it in today's day and age, but first off, he's the best big in our league, and he can score against anybody in the country. And there's obviously evidence to back that up. That's not just me saying it because I'm his coach, but like you said, on top of that, he rebounds at a high level. I mean, he has double-digit double-doubles on the year. This year, he has the single season record, the program record for rebounds in a year. And you spoke about his defense, his passing. He actually leads us in assists, as a big. And so, yeah, I mean, a lot's made about his free throw technique, and he went to the change. And the biggest reason why is he didn't want his lack of free throw shooting to impact, us being their best team. But it's also allowed him to stay confident and be aggressive on both ends of the floor. And when Kyler is aggressive and confident, like I said, not only is he the best big in the league, he's one of the best players in the league. And our guys feed off his energy and positivity. And so when he's at his best, which he was this weekend, right, as evidenced by him getting tournament MVP, when he's at our best, we're at our best. And when we're at our best, no disrespect to anybody, we think we're a pretty damn good ball team.
No doubt. You also had support from Corey and Jackson as well, who's been there for you all year long, and they made some noise on the all-conference team as well. So just having optionality, having depth, having guys you can trust who will bring it when it counts the most, puts you in a great position. And as you go into this tournament, be confident whoever you get, you have an opportunity because of the guys you have of your core group.
100%. I mean, you spoke on, the depth of our team and us having those options. And it's big. I mean, again, different guys will step up at different time, right? I mean, even in the championship game, Dylan Bailey bangs 4 clutch threes and, had 15 points. And Justin Bailey had 19 points and he banged 3 threes. And so obviously you spoke about Jackson, him having 20 points. And I mean, Corey's been unbelievable all year. I mean, he's, one of the more dynamic guards in our league. And then I think, even our guys off the bench stepped up. Jeremy Lorenz has been huge, not only scoring, but rebounding and defending. And, we're the only, our program's a little different in today's day and age. Freshmen are kind of afterthought and kind of to the wayside. We're the only team in our league that we're the only team in the top 6 in our league that rely on freshmen in our rotation. And Kamari Holmes that went to Archer High School, down near your way, and Luke Flynn that went to Walton High School, obviously down there, we rely on 2 freshmen that play high-level minutes and make major impacts. And again, I think all of that just speaks to the beauty of our program, whether it's freshmen to seniors. We rely on everybody, and on any given night, all of those guys can step up in major ways, not only offensively, but defensively as well.
100%. It goes to staying ready. And it goes to just being a professional about your craft, because you never know when your number be called. And when the opportunity arises, you must take it and seize it at that moment in time for your betterment and the team's betterment.
Definitely, 100%. A credit to our guys. I mean, they've done that. And we've had our ups and downs. By no means has our season been perfect. But to your point, guys have stayed working. They've stayed ready. And when that opportunity presents itself, by and large, our team has been ready. And, this past weekend was a great representation of that, because a lot of people outside of our program didn't think we could get that done. But every single guy in that locker room, when the conference tournament started, knew what our goal was. And like you already said, we were locked in and laser focused on that mission, and we got it done as a team.
And 14 of 28 from 3 in championship game, 10 turnovers. That's a winning formula, and the game was still back and forth. Without even playing that well, it was still back and forth. It was one of the best games I've seen in a long time. And you guys withstood their runs and stayed composed and not let go of the rope per se. And you made clutch free throws down the stretch, which all the key things we talked about in winning games, you all did it down the stretch and got it done when it counted.
100%. That was, like you said, that was one of those games. It was back and forth. And whichever team probably had the momentum towards the end of the game was probably going to be the team that won. And fortunately for us, in that last 2 minutes, that was us. But like you said, I mean, for our guys to step up and make big time free throws in that environment, on that stage, on ESPN, on national TV, I mean, that's not easy to do. And man, our guys, again, like you said it, we were 14 for 28 for 3. And I mean, that's what you want as a player. At the end of the day, in the biggest moment, that's what everyone dreams about. At the biggest moment on the biggest stage, can you rise to the occasion and make those clutch shots and make those clutch plays? And almost to a man, our guys did it. And that's, as a coach, that's what's cool to see, is seeing your guys step up in that moment, because you know they put in the work. And unfortunately, right, sometimes it doesn't go their way. So for them to put in the work and for it to go their way on that stage, like, that's a proud moment right there as a coach. Super happy.
No doubt. And you know what's good about it now, Dwight, you have some days to kind of just work on you now. You can work on you, get guys healthy, trying to bump some bruises a little bit. So let's talk about how you approach this week going forward, and kind of working on Wofford for this week, but then come Sunday, know who you play, transition to who you're going to play, and get ready for that fun thing is coming up either Thursday or Friday, man.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. It's definitely the couple of days off we took off yesterday and today, you know, not only to physically recharge and rest, but mentally and emotionally. Like, there's a lot of emotion and mental energy that goes into preparing and being ready in the game. So I think our guys have needed a couple of days. The staff has needed a couple of days. And so we'll start back tomorrow. We'll kind of get, like you said, focus more on us, of just kind of getting sharp with our skills, cleaning up, you know, defense and offensive plays. And then there's selection show on Sunday, and we'll get a chance to see who we play, when we play, and where we play. And then from then it's on, we'll get to work, because it's a quick turnaround. You got to be ready to roll, because the beauty, you know, of March Madness is, man, you're facing teams that you haven't faced. You get into a routine in conference play. Everybody knows everybody. There's no real secrets, right? Like, you all know everyone's tendencies. You know how to get under people's skin. You know what makes certain guys go. But the beauty of the tournament, you know, you kind of have that newness. So along with that, you definitely have to start to prepare and make sure you're doing your due diligence with being able to be prepared for your new opponent. So come Sunday, it's ready to get back to work on a new team. But again, great problems to have. Would definitely take those problems over the problems of our season being over, that's for sure.
No doubt with Dwight. I'm glad we was able to get this done. We talked about it a few weeks ago, and we claimed it to happen, man. So hopefully we'll do this. We'll talk to you in a week or so after you get to Sweet 16. We're going to have to get
there you go.
Let's hope we chat again. Sweet 16, brother. And we'll have a third talk within a month.
I love it. I'll take you up on that. I can't wait for that if that's what's in the cards.
Folks, thank you so much. That's Dwight here, the Bossman Show, Wofford Terriers, the SoCon champions.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com, or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms, or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online when the game starts. What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to The Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
Message and data rates may apply or consult a doctor prior to use.
Wow, you look amazing. What have you been doing?
I'm sure you've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can provide semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less and shipped directly to your door.
How do I get started with Zelfie?
Call pound 250 with the word CARE to get started today with Zelfie. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Call pound 250 with the word CARE right now for a link to your exclusive offer. Call pound 250 with the word CARE. That's pound 250 with the word CARE. Pound 250 and CARE.
Craftsman Days are here at Lowe's with big savings on the tools you need. Save $100 on the Craftsman V26 Tool Power Tool Combo Kit, now at $199. No matter what the project is, Craftsman's high-quality, high-performance products empower you to build on. Visit Lowe's and check out the full line of Craftsman tools today. Valid through 7/9 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Maximum initial battery voltage measured without a workload is 20 volts. Nominal voltage is 18.